What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute, but today I kind of want to show you guys maybe a cheap mod that you might be looking into, and I'll kind of give you a tip on what I'm thinking. But I was thinking about buying a air filter or intake for my car, and I decided to try the K&N air filter that goes into the stock air box. And I'm gonna clean my car today and clean the engine bay, and I was gonna clean the air filter, and I thought, you know what, maybe I'll fill you guys in on my thoughts about the K&N air filter for the stock 340i intake. I'll tell you right off the bat, you can't really tell a difference between the stock filter and the K&N filter that you put in the stock air box. You don't hear any sounds like you do with the aftermarket full intake system, and so that's kind of the short of it. But I want to show you how you put the air filter in and see what the air filter is doing and how much junk it keeps out. But I'll start the car for you too, and so you guys can hear the revs and see how it sounds. But so that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna clean the car. It's a beautiful day, and then clean the engine bay and air filter, and my car's due for an oil change too, so I'll have to take my car in for that. But let's get all the stuff to clean the car, and then I will show you guys the engine bay and the air filter. Okay, car's all clean, as you guys saw. Now, I want to clean the engine bay, but also I want to know if this happens with your F30 BMW. But the hood latches right here, obviously, but it doesn't quite come down and block. Oh, there's still some water there, but block any rocks or debris. So when I pop the hood and I look in, I get debris right in here, and then as you can see, like right in this corner, I have dirt. So, and this I think is supposed to protect, but the hood doesn't completely seal on that. So I'm thinking I might put like an extra strip of sealant or something so it seals better. But I don't know if you guys have that problem with yours, but I just literally noticed that. But like I said, now the car's all clean. I want to clean the engine bay, and then I'm gonna show you guys the H&R, or not the H&R. I was just moving stuff and I was moving my springs, but I'm gonna remove the K&N air filter and kind of show you guys, it's super easy. Do it when the engine's cool, but I also want to clean it just in case there's any gunk in there. But let's get the air filter out and clean it. Okay guys, so that is dirty. So what I like to do when I'm cleaning the engine bay is I use one of these like dusters just to get all the the small loose stuff off the engine. So it already looks a lot better, but I'm gonna try and get some of that stuff out there, and then I might go to the auto store and get some stripping here just so it sits a little bit higher, so I'm not getting all that dirt and everything in there, because that's really bugging me. But now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop off the intake system. It's super easy. There's a clip here, and then clip down there, and a clip right there, and it's super easy. Then all you do, you don't have to unscrew anything, you just lift it up and then you take out the filter. And then I'll show you what the filter looks like, and I'll put the part number and a link down in the description so you know which one to get, so you don't have to mess around with that. I think they're like 60 bucks, so super easy, reusable, and this is a good option if you don't want to get a full-on air intake system. But like I said, when you're using this type of intake system, you're using the stock one with the aftermarket filter, you're not going to get the gains that you would with a full aftermarket system. So do I recommend this? If you're a huge car enthusiast and want that sound, you want that kind of blow off valve sound, and you want, you know, to hear the turbo noises more, then I would say go with a full-on air intake system. But if you don't care about that, but you want a little bit better performance and you want a reusable filter, then I would definitely get the K&N air filter for this car. But anyway, so I'm more of an enthusiast. I want that sound, I want that blow-off valve sound, so I'm going to get an air intake system because one of you guys that watch my videos recommended that. That's the first mod I do, so I'm going to do that. I need to look at some air intake systems, but I'm definitely getting a full-on aftermarket air intake system. But anyway, let's get this filter out and clean it. Okay guys, I will say when you're working on your intake system so it's out, these plastic pick tools are super handy, make it way easier to remove the clips and you're not scraping your intake system when you're using those. But if you use like metal parts on these plastic pieces, it just always gets scraped. So always use the plastic pick tools. So, but anyway, as you can see, this intake is super clean and we turn it over and it's not bad. So a lot of where that dirty corner is, it's at that top. It's at that top right there. So we move this to the side, we pull it up. So that's where you see a lot of the air is coming through. But for the most part, guys, that is a super clean air intake. I mean, that is, sorry, that was probably really close, but that is super, super clean. So I'm really happy with that K&N air filter for the stock box, but as you can see, it's doing a good job. But like I said, it just doesn't give that performance that I want, or that, I should say sound, because you probably can't on the butt dyno, you're never gonna feel the air intake system. Like that, let's just be real. You can't tell if your car has 10 more horsepower and 10 more foot-pounds of torque. I mean, it's literally impossible to tell. If someone tells you they can tell a difference with the air intake system, they're lying. Even with turbo systems, it's more of the sound. Maybe at the top end, you'll feel a difference, but honestly, it's all about the sound and the efficiency that the air intake systems give you. But K&N filter, if you're just looking for something that will give you a tiny bit more performance, maybe better gas mileage, that's the thing. But like I said, if you're an enthusiast, you want that sound, you want that you know, kind of blow off sound that these B58 engines can provide when you're have a full-on air intake system, you know, I'm definitely gonna do that. But anyway, I'm just gonna clean the filter a little bit and then install it back in, and then probably clean up the engine bay a little bit more, and then that will do it. All right, car's all clean, engine bay is all clean. Car looks really good. I put some ceramic wax on the front hood and it looks awesome. It's super shiny. I don't know if that's coming through the camera, but it looks really good. But like I was saying, with the K&N filter, you might save some gas mileage, or you might gain some gas mileage, and you might hear a little bit of sound, but it's not noticeable in the cabin and it's not noticeable from the outside, even when you rev the car. So if you're looking for an intake system that makes your B58 sound better, more turbo noises, more blow off sounds and everything like that, get a full-on air intake system, because the stock air intake system with a K&N filter doesn't make the engine sound any different or any louder or any turbo noises. So anyway guys, I hope that helps some of you out there who are on the fence with either getting the intake, full-on air intake system, or just getting the K&N air filter. But anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.